Alright, so we got this nice fancy couch from El Dorado, which is a pretty nice couch. We're still waiting on the recliner that goes on the other side of that console there. But one disappointing thing was that the console didn't come with anything inside of it. Something very commonly used, a USB charger. So we thought it would be nice to maybe see if we could add a USB charger inside the console where the cup holders are, and then when the recliner goes on the other side of it, it'll be a nice place for a couple people to charge their devices while they're watching television or something. And so we picked up this nifty little in-desk USB charger, 6 amps, so it'll charge a couple of tablets and a couple of phones simultaneously. It's got 4 ports on there, and it's got a tiny little indicator light which won't do much except for at least acknowledge that it's powered. And then a standard little figure 8 plug there. This cord is a little short for what we need, but we've got a spare, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to mount this right here in the back, and this is how we're going to do it.
MakrWork.
Well, don't drop the drill into the furniture. Why are we not doing this from the other side, I'm asking myself, because I didn't think that was going to be big enough. All right, let's go. Ready?
Aha!
Alright, all drilled. There we go. Nice little plug pulled out of there. So we're going to do some deburring here. Hopefully this will turn out okay. It's surprisingly thick plastic here.
I was going to comment on your lovely centering of that hole too.
Well, I had some guides. I'm just going to try to deburr this until it's the right size.
That would be great if you could do it that way.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's very circular.
Sorta.
Circular enough.
The trick is, these things are cheap. Open and lock. Okay. Keep changing from the inside of the radius to the outside, which helps to keep it skinny. We're starting to lose our round and our tools. Let's see how far we've gotten. If we've gotten a decent distance, then I'll keep using this method. We're actually, we're done. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
She fits! She fits! Clean this out before the wife sees it. She only likes these projects after they're done. So there's that. I'm not going to put this in permanent like because I want to be able to get it back out. We're going to flip this thing over and hot glue. Alright. So now we're just going to put a little force on this bugger inside here, which it seems to be doing pretty good. We're just going to goop the heck out of it. This thing is in the way.
Oh, I see. So hot glue this up, but then the mechanism that has the charging just slides in there and holds in place with friction,
Yeah,
basically.
that's right. That's all that's really
And then you
neat.
can take it back out later if you have to do something with it.
Correct. We're really making this so we'll never be able to take it out again. So I'm really hopeful that we never have to. Alright, so we have this. So once this is ready and the glue's all set up, which is still solidifying there a little bit, we're going to take this fabric, roll this fabric back out. We're going to staple this back down, and then we're going to need a way for the power cable to get through. So we have these nifty little grommets, and these little grommets are a 2-part grommet. They've got some poking bits on the inside there and a place for them to seat into on this one. And so it actually came with a little template. This is them. They seem to be pretty good. Came in a pack of 8 for, I don't know, $6 or something. And came with this nifty little template right here, which you can see.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, I thought that was clever. I didn't know that was coming. So we're just going to take our silver paint marker so that we can cut this out. When all else fails, read the instructions. Let's see. It's for curtains, I guess. Mark. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really say. Doesn't really give good. Just says cut. So we're just going to cut it. So we're going to have to do some eyeballing.
Those sophisticated
Looks like
instructions.
those things are. Looks like all the ink is inside the hole, so I'm going to cut favoring the inside of this. If I can do that with a sharp enough blade here. The cheap ones will just spread out on you when you get to the bitter end like that. Alright, so now, don't know which side's the outside or the inside. I'm going to put this pokey one on the inside. This one on the outside and see what happens.
I feel like a surgeon's assistant right now. Scalpel doctor?
Look at that. Nice little grommet.
Perfect.
Alright, so I'm going to start pulling this back across here and stapling, because if we're going to prove it works, it's got to work the right way. It's good soft wood, so this is going in nicely. Alright, that is all the stapling will do. Some of you may notice this as a drawbar hammer with the drawbar nut and the nice brass or bronze head, and I'm using it for furniture because
What would you normally use that for?
this is for the drawbar on the milling machine.
Ah.
It's a nut on the top that draws the collet up into the mandrel. But this was a gift to me when I got my first milling machine, and turns out not be too big. No working.
Oh no.
So it's become kind of an all-in-one anytime I want to not. It's got a lot of weight to it. So we're going to try to dangle this bugger down until... Works, we got the cable out.
Yay.
All right. Now we can turn this thing back over. Go back to filming like humans. So this is kind of the end product of on the bottom. You can see that the cable looks very nice. It goes in there. We're going to put the foot back in place. Hopefully I lined up these holes adequately enough. I did, to get that foot back in place. That'll keep us from, in theory, that'll keep us from pinching the wire. All right, here we go. Cable in place. Let's shove that bad boy back down there. And push, push. Done. All right, so let's see what happens when we plug this in.
This is USB, so you'll have to try 3 times to plug it in probably. Oh, you got it the first time. Look at that.
That's it. Well, this is how it turned out. Looks pretty good. We'll put a couple of shorty USB cables in there, and anybody sitting here will be able to charge their device. We have these nice little cables that have both Apple and Android ends on them, and they'll just get stored in there. That way anybody can charge their device whenever they want.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
MakrWork.